Hello guys, this is Ajit and welcome you all on this map channel. Today I am going to start second chapter of class ninth geography. The name of this chapter is Physical Features of India. Physical features means the different structure of the landform existed in India. We will study what the different structure of the landforms. Today I will study that things, okay? Landforms could be what? Mountain, plateau, desert. So these are generally physical features, okay? So in this chapter we will cover all these things, okay? Which type of physical features are available in India we will cover in this chapter, clear? So generally in India, all type of physical features of the earth, mountain, plateau, desert, island, coastal plain, coastal plain, all type of physical features of the earth are available in India, okay? So physically, on the basis of physical feature, India has six divisions. That is the Himalayan mountain, the northern plains, the peninsular plateau, the Indian desert, the coastal plains, and the island. Okay, this division on the basis of physical features of India. Okay, there are six divisions. One by one, I will see all these division. Clear? First of all, we will just see the Himalayan mountain. Okay, we all are familiar with this word, the Himalaya. Okay, Himalaya has very strategically important for India. From the ancient time, it protects us from invader of outsider and also protect us from the harsh climate. Okay, this Himalaya, you can see here Himalaya range from here. This one is the Himalaya range. This is the northern part of it. It is situated in the north of the India. Okay, and run from the west to east. It runs as a arc form. You can see here. It is making what arcs form. It runs as a arcs form. Arc form. Okay. This Himalaya also protect us from the harsh climate and also protects of the invader coming from the northern side. So Himalaya has very strategical importance for India. It helps to just stop the wind, cold wind coming from this side. It protect us. Clear? Let us start. So some important point I am telling about the Himalaya, that is the Himalaya which is running from the west to east in the arc forms, and its length is around 2400 kilometer. It runs its length from here to here is around how much? 2400 kilometer. Okay, the Himalaya has also highest peak. So many high peak mountain are there. Himalaya contain so many high peak mountains. So all the high peak mountains are generally in this region. Everest, Mount Everest, Kanchenjunga. Most of the high peak mountain are situated in this region. Okay. Himalaya width is very high in this region. In this region, Kashmir region, Himalaya's width is high, generally 400. Its width is generally 400 kilometer in Kashmir region, and their width decreases when moving toward the east. In Assam, around its width is 150 kilometer. Okay, this is the features of Himalaya generally we know. So now talking about the division of Himalaya, how it is divided. It is when we its extension from here to here, Himalaya has divided into three parts. Let's see here. Let's see. This one is Upper Himalaya. Ranges is divided into three parts. First one is the Upper Himalaya. The Upper Himalaya. It is also called Himadri also called mm, Upper Himalaya, Himadri, and also called what? The Great Himalaya. Just know all the name of. You have to familiar with all name. Any name could be asked in the exam, so you have to aware of all the name. Clear? So upper range, this one Himalaya. Middle range, this one is range is termed as the middle range, middle Himalaya, middle Himalaya. It is also called Himachal Himalaya. The lower one is that is termed as the lower Himalaya. The lower Himalaya, also called Shivalik. So you have to familiar with all the name. Clear? So India division, Himalaya division is what? Upper Himalaya, middle Himalaya, and lower Himalaya. Upper Himalaya is the continuous range. Remember this thing. Upper Himalaya has the continuous range. All the range are very continuous. Okay. The question could be asked which Himalaya has the continuous range, then you can say the Upper Himalaya or Himadri or the Great Himalaya. This has the continuous range. Clear? Middle Himalaya, it has rugged topography. Middle Himalaya has rugged topography. So all has rugged, but the Middle Himalaya has most rugged topography. The reason behind that is what? It is composed by the very compressed stone. It is composed by compressed stone. That's why it has rugged topography. Clear? This is the most rugged topography. And also one thing you just know, the middle Himalaya has the high population as compared to the other Himalaya. Clear? And you just know, if it has high population, then it could be high polluted area. Clear? So middle Himalaya is high populated also and high population area. Clear? And this was the lower one. Now one by one I will just explaining all the thing. The average height of the mountain, sorry, the average height of the mountain in this region in Upper Himalaya is around 6,000 meter. Okay, all the highest peak, the Mount Everest, that is the highest peak in the world, that is present in this range. Here is here. If I am just showing in the map. You just see here that you can see the highest peak in the world, that is the Mount Everest, which is here, which is present in this the Great Himalaya, the Upper Himalaya. Okay, apart from that, so many highest peaks are there. Nanga Parvat, you can see here, Nanga Parvat, that is in Jammu Kashmir. Nanda Devi, that is in Uttarakhand. Dhaulagiri, it in Nepal. Annapurna, it is Nepal. So these are the highest peak, that is highest peak mountain, which is present in the which one? The Great Himalaya range. Clear? It's composed by generally the granite rock. Okay, that's its core part is made from the granite rock. Clear? Now come to the second one, the Middle Himalaya. Middle Himalaya, this one. It has Pir Panjal range, Mahabharat range. So many range it has. Okay, and also so many passes had. Middle Himalaya has also so many passes. Clear? So many good look sit, what you can say, so many important city like Masuri, Nainital, Ranikhet, these are also present in the Middle Himalaya. Okay, Masuri, that this Himalaya has a very beautiful scenery. That's why so many Bollywood movie has made in this region. The valley like Kashmir Valley, Kangra Valley, Kulu Valley. These all valleys are present in the middle Himalaya. We also call it the Himachal. Clear? And which range are available in this region? Pir Panjal range, Mahabharat range, Dhauladhar range. These ranges are present in the middle Himalaya. Just remember these things. Clear? Here is also given the list of the highest peak Himalaya. These all Himalayas are present in which one? The Great Himalaya. That means Upper Himalaya. The Mount Everest height is 8848 meters. Kanchenjunga. Kanchenjunga in where? Sikkim. State name is Sikkim. It is present in Sikkim, okay, in India. Makalu, it is present in Nepal. Dhaulagiri present in Nepal. Nanga Parvat present in Kashmir. In India, Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir, you can say. Jammu and Kashmir. Annapurna, that is in Nepal. Nanda Devi present in Uttarakhand. Kamet is also in Uttarakhand. Namcha Burma is Assam. Just write down that state name. Sometimes they ask this thing. Gorilla Mandata is Nepal. So also you have to know where that mountain is present. Okay. So also know that state name. Sometimes a question could ask in which state Nanga Parvat is present, in which state Nanda Devi is present. So you have to also memorize in which state which mountain is available. Clear? Let us start. Also you have to remember the Pir Panjal. In which mountain range has Pir Panjal range? Which mountain has the Dhauladhar range? Which mountain range has the Mahabharata range? You have to remember that things. That means these ranges are present in which one? Middle Himalaya. That means Himachal Himalaya. Clear? Now the lower Himalaya, we already told about that. The lower Himalaya is termed as what? Shivalik. Clear? These are the physical map of India. One thing I also noticed for the middle Himalaya, the average height of mountain varies from 3700 meter to 4500 meter, and for Shivalik the average height varies from 900 meter to 1100 meter. Clear? Shivalik is generally formed by the deposition of the river coming from the upper Himalaya. Okay, the Shivalik region is generally formed what? Deposition of coming from the deposition just coming from the river just from upper Himalaya. Okay, it is narrow and its width is around 10 to 50 kilometer. Clear? You can Shivalik width is around 10 to 50 kilometer. And one thing also, so many dunes are available between the lower Himalaya and Shivalik. Between the middle Himalaya and lower Himalaya. That means Shivalik. So many dunes are there. Dunes means what? Earlier they have dunes. You just understand what is the dunes. Dunes earlier they have the longitudinal valley. These are the longitudinal valley. Okay, you can just see this longitudinal valley. Earlier it has longitudinal valley, but later due to the deposition, why deposited? Because river is flowing here and river brings so many sediments with them, and due to deposition this valley is filled up and then form a plain, and that is called dune. Okay, so many dunes are found. You can just see so many dunes between the middle Himalaya and lower Himalaya. So that dunes are example. Some is Dehradun, Okay, so many dunes are you can see here between where lower Himalaya and middle Himalaya. Okay, so Himalaya part is clear. Himalaya is also source of so many rivers. Okay, Indus River also originated from the Himalaya. Brahmaputra rivers, Ganga rivers, all the main major rivers of India source. Where is that one? In Himalaya. Okay, all the major rivers source is in Himalaya region. Clear? You can see here Indus river is this one that is originating from here. Here is also originating from the Brahmaputra, and that is running here. Ganga. All the major rivers of India has the origin in Himalaya. Clear? So Himalaya part is covered. No, one thing is left. This division is one division is clear, and we can also divide Himalaya according to the river flowing. Okay, let's see. Indus river, suppose this one is Indus river. Indus river. This one is Satluj. This one is Kali. Tista. And last one is Dihang. So Himalaya range, you can see. So you can see there Himalaya range. This one is what? Upper Himalaya. Upper Himalaya. This one is Middle Himalaya. And this one is what? Lower Himalaya. Okay. So the river also divide the Himalayas into so many parts. The Himalaya between the river Indus and Satluj is termed as Punjab Himalaya. Punjab Himalaya. The Himalayas between Satluj and Kali is termed as Himachal Himalaya. The Himalaya between the river of Kali and Tista is termed as Nepal Himalaya. And the Himalaya between the river of Tista and Dihang is termed as Assam Himalaya. So this division is on the basis of the region. Okay. On the basis of the region, Himalaya is divided into the Punjab Himalaya, Himachal Pradesh Himalaya, Nepal Himalaya, and Assam Himalaya. You have to very clear about the rivers. Between these rivers, between Indus and Satluj, that Himalaya is termed as Punjab Himalaya. Between Satluj and Kali, the Himalaya is termed as Himachal Himalaya. Between Kali and Tista, termed as Nepal Himalaya, and between Nepal and Dihang is termed as Assam Himalaya. Kali rivers flowing in Nepal. Tista is also flowing in Nepal. Satluj in India. Indus is flowing in the also some part in India, but major part flowing in Nepal. Some part in Nepal, some part in India flowing. Dihang is flowing in India. Clear? So this is also division of Himalaya on the basis of what? Region. Okay. So now Himalaya part is covered. I am ending the video here. Tomorrow we will cover rest of the part, northern plain. Tomorrow we will cover. Okay. Thank you. If you just if you have any doubt, just write in comment box. and if you just get any benefit from this video, so then share and subscribe this channel. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.